Being single during the holidays can be rather challenging because you see all of these people around you celebrating romance or with their children or with their loved ones. And so when you're single, it can feel like you're left behind, like you can feel lonely or sad or even a little pathetic because you just see everywhere you see romance being plastered around, and it's like, where's my person, where's my family? But the holidays don't have to be all doom and gloom when you're single. They can actually be really magical and a really positive experience. So I'm here to talk about some tips that I have for how to beat the holiday blues, embrace where you are in the season of your life, and just have the best single girl holiday cheer. Hi, if you're new here, my name is India, and this channel is all about doing the inner work to build the self-love and the self-worth in order to live the life of your dreams. And so a big part of doing the inner work is having the confidence in yourself and knowing that what you want wants you to. And so if you have the confidence and you know that what you want wants you to, the holidays can be depressing, but at the same time, you know that this won't last forever because you know that what you want is coming for you. You know that you are gonna get what you want. You already have the vision of the man in your mind. You have that pros and cons list. You have that list of must-haves and things that, you know, are going to make your partner the partner of your dreams. You already have that list, and so you know that it's coming for you. It's only a matter of time. So the life that you have now is really just to be embraced, is really just to be loved on and cherished, because you know that next year things will not be the same. Whether that is being with that dream partner or finding the man of your dreams, or having those kids that you've always dreamed of, or having more success in your career, nothing will look the same this time next year. So really hone in on that and be grateful for where you are today. And I know that's easier said than done. And even when you have done the inner work on yourself, the holidays can still be a challenge, and it can still be, you can still have those moments, but it's also about embracing those moments too, because you're only a human being. And if you were someone who didn't have those emotions and wasn't sad for a moment, or didn't have those thoughts of like, am I ever going to, or will this ever be, then you're not a human being. You're a robot, and you should go somewhere where Elon Musk is. But if you do have those thoughts, then just embrace it. Know that these thoughts are normal, and that's all a part of the journey, right? Like, to have those thoughts and then to pull yourself out of those thoughts and say, you know what, actually, I know that I'm getting exactly what I want. I know that what I want is so specific that it's taking a minute for the universe to conspire and bring it to me, but it's still coming. Just because I don't see it yet in my 3D world doesn't mean that it hasn't arrived, or that it's not being worked through this crazy universe, you know? So I would say doing the inner work, or being on your inner work journey, is the first step. But I don't think that you would be on my channel or would have clicked on my channel, or if you are already a viewer, you wouldn't be viewing my channel if you weren't already on your inner work journey. So we're already there. But I just like to highlight that, because doing anything that you're trying to do, whether that is manifestations or calling something into your life, which is the same thing, or have a certain goal or want a certain career, or something that is important to you, something that matters, something that you really want, if you don't do the inner work to know that you deserve it, you may get it, but you may not be able to hold on to it. It's like someone who wins the lottery. If they haven't done the inner work on themselves, especially like the money work, most of the time lottery winners, they lose that money just as fast as they've gotten it. And that's because of the lack of self-worth, self-love, inner work that they've done on themselves. Like, they just aren't there yet. So this is very important. So if you're here, congratulations. You're on that journey, as well as I am too. And it's a journey that you're going to be on your entire life. So that's something to be embraced as well. But let's get into my 4 tips that I have for embracing your single girldom during this holiday season and avoiding the holiday blues. Okay, my first tip is finishing out 2025 strong and starting to prep for 2026. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like to start 2026 off with like a bang, you know? I like to slow myself into 2026 by starting on my goals now, starting on what I want 2026 now. So I am all about my winter arc. I'm all about looking at my past goals and did I reach them? And if not, then being honest with myself about why I didn't reach them. I'm all about improving my fitness. I'm all about doing all of the things that you would start in the beginning of 2026 now. So that really starts with going ahead and making that 2026 list today. So that is often what I do the last quarter of the year, is looking at my goals that I set for 2025. Did I finish them? If not, why? And being honest with myself about what it was and why I didn't accomplish that goal. Business planning for 2026, and also looking at my goals for 2026 and starting that now. Oftentimes during the holidays, so once Thanksgiving hits, I feel like the normal workforce is like, all right, we're slowing down, we're not doing as much. But even if you have a 9-to-5 and you're not an entrepreneur, you can still use this time to work on your personal goals and work on the goals that you have for your career. Whether that is, I want to get a raise the first quarter, or I want to get a promotion, or whatever it is for your job. It doesn't have to be like the business planning that entrepreneurs do. It can be your career goals for where you work, or if you want to get a new job. Like, what fitness goals did you have for 2025 and did you accomplish those? I know for me, I didn't exactly stay on target with my goal for 2025. So in 2026, I'm like, all right, what is my goal? Since I didn't accomplish that, what were the barriers to that? Okay, so what are we gonna do different this time? How are we gonna habit stack, for example? Like, are we gonna wake up earlier? What are we going to do? And starting that now, starting that discipline that I want for 2026 now, so that way it's carrying me into the year. What are some hobbies or activities that you wanna develop in 2026? Start researching that now. Like, for example, I want to take tennis lessons. So right now I'm looking at tennis apprenticeships that will start next year so that I can prepare myself for that. So whether that is being on the email notifications or going ahead and signing up for certain wait lists or whatever it is, just starting whatever it is that you want now. Even if that's as small as researching it, make a list and just start working on it. What trips or vacations do you want to take next year? Even down to like, what are some big purchases that you want to make? Like, I am going to buy a new car. So therefore, now is the time to start really looking and really exploring, like, what are the interest rates? Like, what are things going to look like next year when I do buy a new car? Finish out 2025 strong, because I guarantee you, like I said, right now during Thanksgiving or the holidays, people are slowing down. This is your time to get ahead of the curve, get ahead of the rest of the population. And I guarantee you, when you get into 2026, it's just gonna make your discipline even stronger, because those people who are just making that list and like, all right, like, I'm gonna be a new person in 2026, that's not how that works. Like, you have to work on being a better person every single day, and you don't need 2026 to start on what you want at all. You just need today. So start on it today, and 2026 you will be so thankful. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about, I am so passionate about, and that is romanticizing your life. I feel like we grew up thinking that romance had to only be in like relationships with men or whatever, you know, whatever your preference is. However, that's not true. In singledom, it's important to romanticize your life, because then you know what you want out of a relationship. You know how you want to be treated. And when you treat yourself that way, you're mirroring back to the world what it is that you exactly want and how you want to be treated. So when I say romanticize your life, decorate your home for the holidays. You guys see my little tree right here. Like, I love my little tree. I put up, you know, like little decorations around, some candles. Like, just make your home like really like warm and cozy, and just like somewhere that you want to be. Another way that I'm romanticizing my life is making myself like some luxurious appetizers, or like just like really cutesy, artsy, aesthetically pleasing dinners and lunches. So like girl dinners, you've seen those savory girl plates. Make that for yourself, or a cute charcuterie plate, or even like a caviar plate. Like, just do something nice for yourself. Make yourself a nice meal. Look up a recipe that you've always wanted to cook. Go buy those ingredients and then plate it nicely. I love watching the Food Network for those reasons, because I like to see like, oh, the way that they plate and the way that they do things, so that I can do it myself. Take a cute picture. Like, just make the little moments count for yourself. I also have been really into watching rom-coms. I've been really into watching things that aren't gonna make my brain go into a further anxiety spiral. So rom-coms are like a really safe avenue because they're happy-go-lucky. They end in such a great way. Like, yeah, I wanna watch a movie during this holiday season that is a predictable ending. I want to watch something lighthearted and fun, and that's not to say that I don't watch heavier things sometimes, but just in general. So like a great subscription to have during the holidays is like the Hallmark Channel or even Lifetime, because those are where they're gonna have the cheesiest, easiest digestible movies on those two channels. And so I absolutely love it. Just like cooking and having a holiday movie in the background, we already know what's gonna happen, so I don't have to pay so attention to it. Like, it's my thing. I love it so much. Just watching things that put you in a great mood. And if rom-coms don't put you in a great mood because all you think about is other people and how you don't have that, then you might want to go back to the beginning of what I said when it comes to doing the inner work. Because when you do the inner work, you're not looking at other couples all the time. Like, you might sometimes, but you're not looking at couples all the time, whether that is in real life or on TV, and just comparing yourself. You are imagining and visualizing that for you. And that is what I think the beauty of rom-coms are. It's like the romance of it, and just knowing that romance isn't dead, and that real men in real life do these things, and that they do exist. And so look at it as inspiration. Look at it as a visual of like how you want your life to be and what your life will be, not a comparison and a sad thing. Some other examples are getting out. Like, these things don't have to just be in your home. Like, I think that your home is your home base. That's where your energy is. So you want your energy to be great in your home. So decorating your home and doing great things in your home and really loving where you pay rent or your mortgage is so key. But getting out, I'm always going to stress the importance of getting out and doing things with people, to not shun yourself away from society and like just be in this like gloomy, lugubrious state of mind. Like, no, get out, be social. So do festive things with your friends. Like, this is the time of year where all the festive things are going on, all the holiday bars. If you're not a drinker, then there are cocktail bars that have even like the, what do you call them? The mocktails, right? So you can do that. Or you can go to like a candle making class. There's so many like festive light events and festivals and markets, and there's just so many cute things to do. Ice skating, like, there's just so many cute things to do during this holiday season. So get out, be with your friends, and do something fun. And if you are on a budget, then do something that's on a budget. There are other things that you can do that aren't just spending money. Like, you can go drive through neighborhoods and see the holiday lights in those neighborhoods, or just go to the markets and window shop. Like, you don't have to, and buy a hot chocolate, like something small. Like, you don't have to go somewhere to spend a bunch of money. And if you're more of a, I like to socialize but in smaller groups, then have people at your house and just do like a charcuterie board night. Everyone bring a charcuterie board. Like, there's so many great ideas, and this is the time of year to embrace it. Because again, if you have kids next year, you're not gonna be able to just drop everything that you have going on to go hang out with your friends. Or if you have a super hectic, busy career next year, you're not gonna be able to just drop what you have going on all the time to go do what you want with your friends. So embrace where you are today while you are on the journey of striving for more. Okay, last one. I also love the fireplace like channel on YouTube, and just like cozying up with like a glass of wine and a good book and the fireplace channel and the candles on and the tree lit. Chef's kiss. It's a mood, it's a scene. Visualize it, do it for yourself, I promise you. Or even like a bubble bath. Like, I'm just thinking of so many good ideas, and there's just so much you can do to romanticize your life. So think of it, Pinterest it, do it for yourself. Okay, number 3 is giving back. Of course, giving back all year long is really important, but during this holiday season, it can be especially important because if you feel the holiday blues, and it's just because you're single, and of course that is not like a little thing, you know, I understand the way that being single can make you feel, but if you have clothes on your back, if you have a home, like a roof over your head, if you have a job, if you have food to eat, if you have the abilities to buy more food, if you have transportation, a vehicle, all these things that other people don't have. That is something to be so grateful for this holiday season, because there's so much going on in this world, and giving back during this holiday season can really put those things into perspective for you and say like, wow, if my only complaint is that I am single during this holiday season, and I know that that's not forever, but if that is my only complaint or the only gripe of my life right now, that is such a gift. I think it's so important to take yourself out of your own life and remind yourself that there are so many other things going on in this world, and that it's so important to just give back and do for others. Some great ways of giving back this holiday season are doing angel trees, or like helping kids from like the YMCA, GoFundMes, because there are a ton of GoFundMes, food charities, homeless shelters, or domestic violence, or like women and children shelters. You have like your local furniture banks that you can volunteer at and give your furniture or your old, gently used, not old, but gently used appliances and things to. If you don't have the means to actually give money, then you can volunteer at the local furniture bank to build furniture. You can volunteer at the local shelter or volunteer at the local food bank just to help, you know, with the donation. There are so many ways of giving back this holiday season. And again, if you don't have the means to, you know, the extra funds to divvy out to GoFundMes and for the angel tree and things of that nature, because you have family and friends that you normally do gifts or what is it, the white elephant game with, or anything like that, that's also a great thing too, because you shouldn't discount the way that you impact other people. And even with gifts, some people give gifts and they're just like, oh, like whatever, I'm gonna give this secondhand gift from this person, or I'm just gonna get this because that's the first thing I see at the store. They don't even really give gifts with intentions. But when you give gifts with intentions and you know, like, I really feel like this person's gonna love this, or I heard them talk about this and mention it, that is so heartwarming. Like, I love getting a gift where I know that that person was listening to me, where I know that they heard me, or they got me exactly what it is that I asked for. That is also like a way of giving back in an important and intentional way this season. And if you can't do any of that, let's say that this holiday season you're completely strapped, no gifts, you can't donate, you can't go anywhere fun, that's totally fine too, because we all go through those seasons and those cycles. And I have been there. Let me tell you, I have been there where I didn't even want to go home for Christmas because I couldn't afford to get gifts for people. So things that you can do other than anything monetary is giving your time. Giving your time to the shelters or to the food bank, volunteering at the local furniture bank to help build furniture. And if you can't do any of that, holiday cards. I would go to like a cheap store or go on Amazon and get a set of a bunch of cards and send my friends holiday cards and my family holiday cards, and those were what they got. Holiday cards, when you have a super thoughtful, intentional message, can make such a difference. Like, I have friends now who will still text me a picture of a card that I sent them 3 years ago, and it's like, this card made such an impact on me. I have a card right now on my fridge from one of my best friends because the card just really touched me. So just never doubt the way that you can really inspire and like encourage someone and bring someone joy in just those small ways. And on top of that, if you can't even do holiday cards, don't doubt the way that you impact people's lives when you're just going out in public to do the regular things that you have to do. Smiling at someone, asking someone how they're doing, paying someone a compliment, letting someone in front of you when you're in traffic. Things like that can really make such a positive impact on people. And that is the spirit of the season, is paying it forward, of being intentional, of romanticizing your life, of just doing things that are spreading joy. Okay, and the last one, I could have put this one with the romanticizing your life, but I wanted to make them different because I think romanticizing your life has to do with everything around you, and that's from making your coffee or your matcha in the morning to when you lay your head down at night. Like, you can romanticize anything in your life, but this one is specifically about self-care, and this is treating yourself. and the importance of self-care during the holiday season. Because you're single and you don't have like kids to look after or a husband to buy things for. Like, I still have family, so I have my mom and my dad, I have my grandparents, I have my sisters and my nieces and my nephews. So I have other gifts to get, but I'm still gonna make sure I get myself something. And oh, and I have a son, I have a cat son named Luno, so cat gifts as well. But I'm gonna make sure I still get myself a little something for the holiday season because I'm single and I deserve to treat myself, because I don't have, just because you don't have a spouse or someone to buy you a gift doesn't mean you can't buy yourself a little something. Just don't forget about you this holiday season. Make sure that you're prioritizing you and that you're still focusing on you. Especially as we're going into the new year, get that massage, get that hair treatment, get that mani-pedi. And if you can't do any of that and you can't afford to do any of that this holiday season, also understandable, make a mask at home. I've made masks out of mayonnaise, avocado, and oil for my hair, for my face. Get the mask from the store and just do things at home. Like, I have done both avenues and both can be quite relaxing. Just make sure to treat yourself and treat yourself with care during this holiday season. I think that's going to be super important. Also, challenge yourself, which I challenge myself sometimes as well, to go on a solo date, whether that is to lunch, to breakfast if like you can't do lunch, to lunch, to dinner, to the movies, to going shopping. You know, just treat yourself to a solo date this holiday season. I think that will be the icing on the cake of self-care. All in all, I say this to say that the holiday seasons don't have to be doomy and gloomy just because you are single. Embrace where you are right now, because again, nothing will look this way next year, and it's super important to trust the process. And in trusting the process, you are having joy through the process. You aren't worried about how things will turn out. You're not worried about how your life will unfold. You are trusting that everything is flowing and you are allowing joy to seep through every single avenue and of your life. You're romanticizing your life. You're treating yourself well. You're giving back. You're really honing in and focusing on your goals and what you want out of life. And I promise you, the more that we do that, we are going to get exactly what we want. There's no choice but for us to. And with that said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, I would love a like, a subscribe, a favorite, anything on either platform, which is my podcast, so Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. And with that said, I will talk to you guys again next week. Bye.